Hello everyone, I was working a bit more on the chart. I was just finishing a few things. I was adding also the texture for this window that we are just missing. I was just creating a new texture here, and you can see also from inside that's the one that I was creating. So it looks fine now. And also I was just playing a bit with this one, but it's not finished of course, but just as an idea. And I was just also doing final touches to this one, so this is final working. And I was adding 3 positions to be for sitting NPCs. I have 3 places for each one, so I have like 24 different places here at the moment. So this is what I was just finishing, and I was also adding this one here, and I was even adding a few normal for this stone that we didn't use in the past, but I was also adding, so it seems to me that it's a bit nicer. So yeah, I was also working on it, and also the transitions or the lights. So more or less just a few things. I was also adding here the same material for the windows, so I have a bit different from windows than being in the same structure of this stone. And I was planning to do today is this small just fence that I was just putting here at the moment, but I would like to have something closed. All of this is closed, so for that I would like to have here like a small gate. And I was just trying to find a few references on the internet. I didn't find exactly what I want to have, but I have found something that is more or less probably not so far from this one, which is this. So this is something that I would like to try to do. Probably will do something smaller because it's too much. And also would like to have kind of this sun fence, maybe not like that because it's too much, but maybe with some small roof instead of just having quite basic for this fence. That is not, I'm not going to use the same one from the farms because it's just so simple. So I was just thinking to model something a bit more complex for this fence here or around, and I will try to do is something like that. So a small fence will be not so big because it's too big. I think it's too big, so I will try to do something a bit smaller, and also small here, and yeah, a small cross probably, and that's all. And I will need later this one for the future when I have a better idea about what to do. At the moment it's not clear enough, so I prefer just leave this one as it is and try something later. So the first thing that I would like to do is just this small replace with this model that I was just showing right now, and try to model something simple that we can use here, and next time I will do all the rest of the things, and after that I will just work a bit on all those stairs because I would like to add a few more flowers all around and remove all the ferns that I have that I was using in the past that I don't really like, and yeah, trying to improve a bit how it likes being outside. I was already working on few flowers, for example here, or all those area. I was also working on the grass, trying to improve a bit with the 2 different textures that are not so bright and since matching well. So I was using this pedestal random to do a layer between both textures, so it's just being a bit nicer. But yeah, I could probably try to improve it more later, but at the moment it seems nice. So I will the same that I was doing here with a few flowers, so I would like to do with all those areas that I have empty. So trying to model something that is much nicer, or just using a few flowers to put some colors. So I was just working on a few things here all around. You can see a few flowers. I tried to do something a bit nicer. So I will work a bit more on few places that I didn't do yet, and I would like to have probably the red one going 3 trails, but I don't have enough. So first I would like to do this door. that is something that we are planning to do from outside, and I didn't do for some time. So I think this is the next thing. Even I didn't finish all the interior of the chart with the paintings, and also missing a few things like the table, but I can do later. So I would like to have now this one. So for that I will try to do this one as a reference, kind of. So let's do that in Blender. First thing that we need is just adjust this one. 1 meter is enough, so try to do something a bit nicer. Could be, I think that using 1.5 should be enough, and then trying something like 0.5, which could be maybe too much. I have found another picture here they have is something something that you could see is a bit smaller for the roof, and I will try to do this one. So using this roof for the door that I was just checking, the another one, but this kind of roof. So for that I need to have something large like this. And how high we need? 2 meters and maybe a bit more, so let's say 2.5, but in that case it needs to be 1.25, and this one should be more or less our door, and plus the roof. So I will just save this one. Let me see, do I have church? Buildings, church, and I will do here like church gate. Oops. And I will just put that in the level 2 to have as soon as possible the size, so we can check about the real size for this one. So let me see where I have this church gate here. Import. I will just replace this. Let's move to this level, and also move to the church here, just to put all together. And we need to rotate this. So just checking out the size for that. I will just walk around. Since not so high, to be honest, it's not too high. I was I really don't know if it's enough or not. I was thinking that maybe if you check from this point, you are expecting something a bit bigger. I will have also a fence here, but I think it should be a bit bigger. I will try 3 meters then. I will try 3 meters. So it should be 3, or we can already try to modify it right now. 3. Yeah, since bigger, so we can use this box as reference for the model. Yes, I will just keep this one as a reference. So just having this picture here, we will need 4 or maybe 2. I was thinking about 4 sticks here to support all of them, but I was also thinking about only one, having here only one from wooden small wall instead of having 4 sticks. And we could create some details here, for example, that I was thinking, but that case need to be so big. No, I will add cube and let's change the size to something like that. So this is 3. Let's be at 1.5. And the next thing that I am doing is just using mirror, and I will also array just only having one. So in that case, if we have for this we have 1 meter in the x-axis, and we have 20 centimeter. Each of them need to be 60 centimeter far. So from this point, what I'm doing is just moving gx.3. Yeah, what I want to have is just this e-axis, and this will need to be -6. Well, this is just 6. Let me see if I did apply already. Okay, allocation now is 5. So yeah, 6 point I think is a bit not enough. -0.7 minus 6.5, and then I'm moving this one gx my 0.5. Yes. Okay, and now we need to move this one to this to be something like that, which is located at 1.35. So we have something like that, and we have our sticks to support this gate. For that, I will use the same that I was using, for example, here creating. In that case, I will remove already this one, that we don't need this, just to remove as soon as possible the thing that we have. And this one will be -0.2, just to match with the terrain. And I will create this as sim and grab this, and I will export this one, only selected, export, and then import here to our level to see how it's going. So this one should be our door. You should check for the NPCs, for example, what's the size. Just walking around, we can see how big it is, which is big, or maybe it's too much. Now been empty since a bit bigger. I will keep this one. We can reduce later with if it seems too much. So we'll add a few sticks. This one. So what we need to do is something smaller and something like that to support this. This one will be at 0, and we'll remove later when they apply the modifiers. We remove them later, so something like that. And we should need also something that is just matching here. Seems to me at the moment I'm just checking, since too much for something so small. I mean, you don't need to have all those structure for something so simple. So probably what I'm doing is just using this one in the middle and another one is just matching. So I will take this and rotate again and try to use something like that. So in that case needs to be something like this. This one will be at 0. Why not? If this is 0, then we have the scale already. So why is this one not matching it? You have the mirror here for some reason. Because I'm using array instead of mirror also for E, so now it's fine. And I will use something smaller in the middle to be matching with this one. For that I will use this. Something like that I want to use. Of course that's much smaller, and we can adjust later. For example, this one will be at 0.1, and we don't need another face, which is this. That's the face. This one will be at 0. Okay, and also we need this being at 0 here, and we will just adjust this one, something like that. And over this one, that's the one that I'm planning to create this structure that I was just thinking. Or let me show you again. So something like that, using this one in the middle. And of course it's too large, not exactly the same, but I mean something here in the middle, a few sticks, just crossing them and then supporting them as a roof. So for that I will just create a few sticks here. And I was thinking also that probably we can use only one here and not both of them, but that's nice having two of them, because I want to have like a bit bigger than the fence, so in that case could be nice to have them. Let me try in the engine. Yeah, even the faces are not perfectly done, but that's what I would like to have, because I'm planning to put later. Let me show a few fences. I have a few of them that are not final, of course, not the last one, but could be something like that. And I want to use them something like in the middle here. I will think about how to close this one probably, but I mean something like that. So I want that this door is bigger than the fence. As you see now, it's too much. Those ones are too big, so we need to completely change this. scale not zeta 0.5, and I will do the same with this. Scale not x 0.5, scale not e 0.5. So be supporting. Yeah, this is what is not matching, of course, but need to be at 0. So something like that, much smaller. That's why I like just trying all the time in the engine before I'm just modeling everything. Otherwise, you finish with something that is really not the right size, and then you need to redo everything. Re-import. Okay, now that was something really small, but yeah, I like it. For that I will use the material, so I will add all of them, get a new material, and it will be good, and assign to all of them, then export, and we're going to put already a material to check how it's going. So re-import, and we will use this material. Well, but it's completely wrong about the direction of this, but that's fine. That case, let's rotate on the UV, and then we need to rotate. Okay, so I'll read the sticks here to see how big is the fence, which seems fine enough, and I will add a few sticks here. So for that I will use this. Well, this is not square ready, so I will use this one. What do I want to do this? Duplicate, rotate, or rotate also here, scale X, and we should just cut down this, so scale not X, bit less, something like that. This one. So checking what they are, another pixel they have only 3 of them, so I will try something like this, and then duplicate. I'm going to use this one, which is just going to be 0. In that case I will use the scale on E 0.5, and now we can just move to the this one to the 0.1, and this would be 0.05, and we can delete this face. Should be just matching all of them for. So we have already this small structure that I was just planning to have. We need to match this also. It's not matching. So just as case. So we have this structure for the roof already that we can use, and what we need to do is just triangulate in this one. For that I will use again this, duplicate, and then rotate E 45, rotate E 45, and then we will just locate this on the right one, and we'll try to adjust a bit more closer. What we need to do also is extending this one. For that, what I'm doing is just taking create a face, and then I use the normal, move the normal to just match with this one. For some reason here it's not, because we don't need, and then delete again the face, so we have already moving this one as expected. What we need to do is exactly the same here. For that I will use this because we have already matched this one. So duplicate, rotate it 45, and I will try to align them. It's not a big problem because they are not really matching, so I'm just having the same one. And I will do the same here. Just create the face and move there and then delete the face again. So we have already this triangulating that we have. If we have already the roof, so we don't need this, and not this, not these faces, so that's all. And yeah, more or less we don't need also those things. It's just being on the top, it's impossible to see this, and even having the roof here is just possible to see this. I will add now a plane. I will add a plane and rotate X for E45, and I'm going to use this one as roof already. So for that I will do like that. Of course it needs to be smaller, and for that I will use also the normal. Just going on this way, it's going the normal. So I will do something. Needs to be, because this is the internal one, so this is going to 0. We should meet this one, which is something like that, and we can duplicate this one. In fact, what I will do is just extend. So if I do extending, I can do like that, something smaller, and what I need to do is just extending again this one to match with in that case it's not being extended to what I need to do is just the face is moving, so in that case should be kind of matching like that, but in that case it's not the way to go. So probably because we don't need this, let me just extend this one, but then we will use the global one, so it will be extended like that. It's much easier, we have everything matched, and after that we can just extend this or both of them, so it's just creating something nicer for the roof. Also we need to have here small parts for the roof just finishing, so I will create this kind of this. This one needs to be at 0. Oops. Why not? Okay, this is 0. So we have already half of them of the roof, and we need to create something nicer here to close this one. Just checking what the picture I have here needs to be something nice. That's not just cutting, but probably as fair approximation I will just have this one as it is, and I will use here also another roof. I think we can already apply this one, will be easier to modify everything. I'm not sure, or at least we should apply we can just try to finish this small part with the roof. So I will just extend this one, and I will do a small thing like that. And after that, what I need to have is both to be at 0. And well, in that case it's just they need to be merging, so this one need to be here merging. I will do later. And this is at 0. That's something strange, but there is something like that I can just remove later or just merge with them. I will do right now. So this one is merging with this one, vertex. This one's here, this one's here. So now that's the roof. Of course, not so nice because we need to move this one to do something nicer. And probably we need to move also this one to something. Let me try to take all of them. So this one, that one need to be bigger, scale not theta, and after that we can move down all of them, so something like that. And we are just mixing. This one need to be at 0, and we will move it something smaller. So we should have this kind of roof for the small door. Probably I will move them because it needs to be some support here. So maybe if I'm moving this one a bit inside, I can keep this one matching with them. Well, at the moment I will just try this one. And also for this material, we need this material to be something different. I will create any material for this. It will be roof and assign them. Let's see how it's going. We need to assign this one will be roof. Is this roof? Yeah, the thing is we forgot about the UV for this one. So what does, why it is not being unwrapping? Okay, something at the moment. And ray import. Yeah, it's a bit wrong, but that's not a problem. So we can have something like this, and we can check about the size. How is this going? How big? And how it's going here. Of course, we need to use different one inside. So this is probably another one that we need to create a material for that. Let's say roof interior. It will be only this one. So this one is assigned to this. I'm trying to reuse for texturing all the one that I have like generic. So I don't need to create a new one for them. Of course, it's using more locals for that reason, but we can merge later in the end or just reuse, because I'm using all of them for the same material. I can merge all of them objects on the level already, so they are using the same shaders all the time. For that I need, I think it's wood 4. I don't remember. Yeah, but probably is something smaller, something like that. That's nice, being inside. We need, of course, to change the direction for this one, but unless we have something like this inside. What we need to do now is probably finishing all those details that we don't have here. The extending, closing this one. We're missing a few faces just to be much a bit nicer. We will need also some kind of structure here supporting those sticks, otherwise it's not being strong enough, I think. So for now, let's close all those things that we are missing. In that case, I don't need also this face on the top because you cannot see this one. So remove this face, and maybe we could use this. Well, the roof is a bit high, should be a bit down, so we can hide this structure here even a bit more. Well, in that case what I need to do is just this matching with this, and even a bit more. Yeah, kind of this. So now the roof is just hiding all those things, so I can just move there until I'm matching. Of course I need to rotate, otherwise we have this, but rotate E45, well, E minus 45 should be enough, having the same rotation as the roof has. So what I need to do is just hiding here and do the same for this. So it's like rotate E minus 45. Oops, yeah, that's the problem that we could have, I think. So we have the same problem here. It's just moving this, otherwise it's just changing our shape, and do it like that is it not. So I can just take this, not this, and this is the same. Moving here, and then both just paying back. And we have also another one where I think this one. Wait, it's not enough. That's matching with them, so they are completely hiding and you cannot see being inside of this structure that they have already. All of them matching. The last one we are missing also is this. We need to have face here, and the same on the top. We don't need the face. You cannot see this. Okay, and that's probably all. So this is more or less everything is closed. We should also recreate everything, and this one need to be rotated. What about this? Why do we have? Let's remove all the seams, and the only one that I need is maybe this, because the rest they don't have, even they are not close with faces. So oh well, here we have something. Yeah, this. Now it's fine. Let's try again. Now the structure being inside, since well, we have here set up fighting. So this is something that I need to solve. Also, and not here because it's just smaller. And yeah, here we have also the same problem, as you can see. That's the same problem, so we need to move a bit, or this one or that one, do not match this. This is the one that is having some problem. I will just reduce the size on E, and I will do the same with this. In that case we need to move only this one right down. Also, I would like to have something closing all on the top, small ones. As you cannot see here, there's angle here, and also them that they are not matching, so for that I will put here one single stick like this. So this one need to be duplicated, and then just move to the top here and extend a bit to hide this with the roof already. Well, it's too big. Yeah, probably I need only this face. If it is just matching with the roof already, which is more or less matching, so in that case would be enough having something large like this. So it's just I need probably from this point. What I need is just hiding from this point, so this is the one that needs to be kind of matching like that, and then we can remove this one, this face. So in that case we have only this one covering all the bottom of the roof, as you can see, just supporting the roof. But this one also needs to be moving to be matching with the roof, but don't match. Let's check. That's fine. I think this one should be a bit more as a peak. In this case we need to also move this, and also we did already. But this be more peak, a bit nicer. Is it going at 0? This is not. We can check later when they are just applying all the modifiers if that's going well or not. I want to have also something here matching, but let me check again. So now we don't have problem with this fighting. Since the structure is fine, we are missing a few faces if we are from this point, but not here. So what we need also is creating something to support both of them. Otherwise, it's just for a stick like that. It's not very supporting. So what I need to do is just crossing a few ways to be this structure supporting. And I was thinking, if I do something like that, for example here, I would like to have also in this direction, but in that case we don't have anything to support this. So maybe this one, that's something in the middle, should be both of them supporting both ways. Otherwise I cannot do here across. I was just planning to do like small triangle here to support this. It's just here supporting this one, and I'm thinking how to support the one in the middle, only it's just something or maybe just creating something here, this. So duplicate this, or I can do, this one is already done, so let's duplicate this. And I was planning to have something like that, something here in the middle. What we need to do is scale on, no, X. Oops, no. What I want to do is scale, not X. Something like that. But this is really small. Okay, yeah. We can create something bigger, just matching with this. Take all those dots and align X. Oops. Okay. I'm not sure if we need this face. I will just create just in case. So having this one, we can have now from this point matching with this, and then create later to support this one. So I will duplicate also this, because I want to have something here on the bottom. Need to be close to the floor, but not too much. So let's say something like that. And what I want to have is also something in the middle. This one is supporting this one. So duplicate this, and then it's just rotating from X, something like that. Need to rotate more. I was just planning to do something like this, supporting something in the middle. For that we need to do something smaller already. And we are also missing this face. I'm not sure about this. This is a face, and I will use the normal. So let's go to this one. So let's try to match like this. Of course, need to be a bit smaller, otherwise it's just bigger than the one that's trying to support. So for that, I will create here extrude, and this will need to be at 0. And now what we can do is just taking this one smaller, so just moving a bit here, and we will use also the normal, so we can use this. Let me check it like that. So this one is already matching here, and also this is matching this stick that we have in the middle. Let me see, there is something that is not going well. Both of them need to be at the same, they are not aligned to the same distance, so that's why you see both of them. If I'm trying now this, I'm afraid, yeah, that this is not aligned to the normal, so I will just try to do manually, and I don't think it's possible to see a bit different for that. Okay, so there's the one to support the roof, the stick that's supporting the one on the top. I will just smaller. And what I want to have is also something here, a kind of a cross, that this one is also being supported by with something, maybe crossing them. So if we take this and duplicate and try to rotate from E45, something like that. Well, need to be a bit smaller probably, otherwise just to have this. So rotate E45, this is the one, and then minus X, a bit smaller, and then rotate E minus 45, and here we have. And I was planning to do the same on the button, just to have some kind of support, but then maybe this area is too big to have completely empty. So rotate on E90, maybe that is the normal, so this is the global one. And from this point, it is also good. So we have this small structure, and let's see how it's going. I'm just thinking about adding something in the middle, because it seems to me too big. If this is real, it's not well being support, and it would be just moving all the time if we don't create something more. So what I'm planning to do is something here in the middle to support also all the structure. In that case, should we probably, I really don't know what to create here, but need to be something. Okay, let's create here the small cross that was just missing, and then we will think about something here in the middle. We need to add more sticks to support all the structure probably, or we could even add here outside, but in that case it's maybe not easy to walk around or things like this. So, or yeah, we could try this way probably. In that case, it's just going through this, something like that. Should be supporting well. This is not really disturbing in any way, because it's just going on the same way on the faces. So this is one of the options that we could have. Let's add the cross there on the top. So for that I will add a new one, just a cube, something small. Is this one on the 0? Yeah, it is. Something like this. Remove this one. What we need to do is creating here another one, so I will add a new one, this cube. And we will extend this, so this is something small here, and just to be sure, this is something like that. We will extend this one and extend again, and we will need to do is just both of them, just extrude SE, something like that. So we have cross, that should be something small. I will assign the material for this one, and we need to create also the seams for that. So first create any material that will be stone and assign all of them, and for that I will create, this is for the cube on the bottom. Do we have also this face? We don't need this face. And now I would like to have this is one, and this is another one, and we'll be merging with this way. So I think, yeah, that's enough to have the cross being matching well. So okay, that's the stone that we have here. I'm thinking about this on the button. I was thinking on something like that. Oops. Duplicate scale, no, X, something small. Is it small enough? Because I was just doing, I think I was doing, okay, scale not set up. Duplicate, scale not set up, so it's be small stick, okay, and then rotate X, I don't know, 30 should be probably enough. So I was thinking to add something like this, of course just much smaller. Let's say the global here, and then this face, and we will move to this X, create face, and X face here. So I was thinking about something like that could support the structure. It's not really being in the middle or just being serving at all, or maybe one stick like this, something in the middle, and that's all. We don't need more things like this. So let's see this one. Oops, reimport. Should be already supporting the structure. I think is enough for this small thing. I'm thinking about the cross. Sorry, where is my cross? Ah yeah, because I was sporting only selected. Well, this is the initial one that we have with removed already. This is the cross. And then in the export we need to remove this selected object. Well, of course we need to assign here material for this one, which is stone here, and this is wood, this roof and roof interior. So this is gray stone, for example. I think it's fine. For the roof, I think I would like to have another roof, different one. This one, but it's too small, sort of something like this. Okay, just to have the same roof as the chart. Of course, this one is just being this distorted, and we need to fix this one, but I will fix all of those small things when I'm just applying all the changes for the modifiers before I'm just working on it. For that also, I think that we should have something like that to support here this small part, and then we need to extend this. So what I will do is this one, I will just delete this face and I will move this. Let's move to the global again. We need to move until this point. I see that this point needs to be this direction to be aligning with this. We move to this point, and what we need to do is adding a new one like this. So we need to add this, duplicate, and what I'm doing now is rotating from X 90 degrees, and we should have the same stick here to support this. In this case it's smaller, which is good, because in that case we don't have exactly symmetric everything. So this one should be good to have, but we need to probably move to this one. I will just rotate it like 10, something like this, so we can just match with this one also. That needs to be matching, so we are matching with the same point, supporting both of them. We will have here is too big for this, just aligning. Oops. Just to avoid that this one is then so we have already the support for the roof, and of course we will need having kind of door here, and for that that's why we need something in the middle to support the door, but it could be just maybe gate or a fence, something small, simple, probably the same as we are planning to use for a fence. Okay, so more or less the door, well, we missed the door, but I mean the gate seems enough. I'm not sure about which door I will be using here. Need to be something simple, and also it's a door that is being outside with the rain and everything like that. So will be something old, and maybe just a few, I don't know what to create. We could create, instead of big one, something small like this that can be open both ways. So we should move also there a bit like that to have some space to open the doors. And the door has 150 meters here, so we need to have at least 75 centimeters on this way to be open. It will be probably an actor that can be opened and closed by the player, not just something fixed for that. This one is just testing because I'm planning to do something different. I would like to have something like that, or something with a small roof here. So I will create later another fence for this. Let's apply the modifier, and I don't think, well, if we need to put here, we need to add here for the door having something for the hinge, so in that case we need to add at least another one. So I will duplicate this and need to be how high is kind of 1 meter. 1 meter is kind of the half of this. And just finally, this one is 45 I think, so if we rotate -45, I'm not sure, I don't think that this is 45. This is not, I was just planning to make one stick from this one to this one, so it's just supporting the door in fact. So should be Ctrl D, rotate 90, something like that. Okay, scale not set up, something small. This face we can delete, and this one need to be at 0. Also this one, this is like 0, and move it down. And then scale setup will be matching this. It's a bit thick. So this stick should support the door in fact, so this is something coming from this point. You put here all the hinges probably, and the small doors that are coming from this point. What I want to do is dot orange, and I want to duplicate this one, apply the when it's already finished. Let me check if we are missing some seams already. Yes, something is not well. Yeah, this is good. Yes. This is connected, this one. This is the only one that we are probably having one seam that we don't need. So let's find this face. Exactly the last one that we are doing. Sorry. So this is the last one. So before we duplicate, clear seam, and let's see if we have already everything our island. Yes, this one, this one, this one. Okay. So I will just duplicate this, duplicate, hide this, and this is the I'm using, and I will apply all the modifiers here, apply, and we need to remove also the duplicate points that we have, vertices. Remove duplicate, and we can also remove a few edges that are just paying, can be okay. So here dissolve edges, and we can remove a few of them that they are not paying in use. Well, here I see this not going to 0, so it will be okay. I will do now, need to be at 0 both of them, but for some reason. Okay. So there are a lot of edges that we can remove already that have been if this is not vein dome, it seems to have exactly the same problem. Yeah, for all of them. Wait. This is 0. This is also 0. I'm missing a lot of time, so I think that I will redo again. It's just spending too much time for that. So let's do proper one, the first one, and then we don't care about this. So let me see which one is not being at 0. So this one, for example, and this one needs to be, all of them need to be at 0. What more? This one and this one need to be 0. What was the last one that was not being also aligned to this? This one needs to be 0. And with what this is 0, it's also 0, and this is 0 ready. I see here that this one is probably too far. No, this is not definitely, so I don't know why it's here. So let's check a few more like this. This is 0, this is true. This one is 0. And this one. So let's see now if we are still missing a few of them or not. So for that's just the door, apply, and then remove doubles, and now remove all the edges that we have. So all those edges could be removed. Yes. And there are a few more. Okay. This one, this one, this one, this one also. At this point we have this. We can see later if any of the island are just cut down in 2 parts, that this means that we didn't merge all of them. This is, forgot about this also. Yes, that's why. Okay, remove doubles and then these whole edges. So I think that now all of them. We have here this still, this one, and why this is not being merged? Still, oops, needs to be 0 here, and also this one needs to be 0 here. So when we are doing that, it's just removing this one. Okay, so do we have any other here like this? And this one. Oops, what is happening here then? Because we already, this is something broken. What about this? I see, because we need to divide this one. Okay, not a problem. R, that's all, and then we take this and also this one, and we will do 3 scale E, something like that, matching the already the roof, match the roof. And what about this? Why is this being yeah, because I'm doing to the final one, but should be a bit earlier because this one is being across. So yes, that's why you can see this one, but not now. Okay, let's review again. This one is still being here for some reason, but it's not being possible to dissolve these edges, so why not? So probably I'm missing something. This is 0, this is also 0. Let's see about the single points for that. This. So all of them are being what if I try to remove, okay, what is this? This one is not possible to remove. I see that need to be matching, so I will just take this and I will do S0, remove doubles, and then should be possible to delete. This is fine, and what I have here also the same, needs to be this. Probably we have here exactly the same problem. Well, since cleaner, and the only one that I'm missing is just for the roof, that I'm not clear why I have this. What about deleting these edges? Is this breaking anything? No. So probably now it's possible. Okay, now it's fine. What about this? Since cleaning up, I hope. I don't see any even dots or things like that. So unwrapping. Of course the roof is just completely broken and something not going well because we don't have any seams on the roof. But first thing is just checking if most of the things are going well. This one, I don't know what is this. So let's move, which is already done, I think. Let's try to find the one that they are having problems. So this one, for example. What is this? Here on the bottom. And what is happening here? Do we have? let's say I'm wrapping only this one, and this is something completely wrong. Why? This here is open, here is open, you don't have any face. So why this one is, so this is fine. Let's say third one I'm wrapping this as well, and then try this. I think everything is broken for some reason, I don't know, but delete the face, create a face, because we are missing the seam here. Probably we are missing for the rest. This one has, this one also has. We don't have his, and even we are still this on the edge. And we need to create seam, wrapping, and we should have only the roof, but there is also things strange here. This one, what is this? Is this roof or what is this? Oh, we have here another one. These all edges and add seam, and we don't have also here, so add a new seam. And probably the same for both. Okay, more or less. We still have here this thing that is a bit strange, so I want to see what is this. This is already roof. Okay, so this is the roof, this is also the roof probably. Yes, that's the roof, and this is the wall roof. So for that I will just cut down what is already different material. So for that I will create this, that is creating the surface and dividing from roof to this one, and yes, okay, it's going to be we miss here this. Okay, so that's the interior, which is going well because we have those roofs and sticks. I think it's going well. What we need to do now is, this is one direction and this one need to be also the same direction. If we have connected, it's almost impossible to have this, so we need to cut down all of them, even just taking some small eyes, but otherwise it's not going well. And now they are going on the same direction, I think. We will need also just rotating all of them for the oh wait, we have still here something strange. This one, where is this? Come on. Oh. Okay, what is this? Let's hide the rest of the things. So I will just select by material, good, select, hide, and probably even roof interior that we don't. Oh, let me see who is there. Marley 3, something like that. Thank you for the following. I didn't see you. I was just working on this small door here, the gate, but I'm just fighting with I don't know, with all those vertices that I was just trying to do the UV. And I think that I have removed something here, a few faces. just since this is a face, oops, recalculate. Do I have them? If you have any questions, let me know, because I'm just working on it and I forgot about people there watching. But if you have any question or want to see any other part about the game or game development, just let me know and I will show you. Hey, Tecalipo, long time. Oh, didn't see you there. But probably you don't only have time during the weekends, I think, because I'm just streaming during days, mornings, or maybe you are working or studying or things and then you don't have time. So how is it going? I didn't see you for some time. Let's try again. Okay, so I think that looking also. No worries. I'm just keeping working and still a few years far from release the game, so that's fine. What the hell? Because I'm missing a few faces here. Okay, so this face. This is a face, but why is not creating a face? What is the reason to be not creating a face for this one? If we have here, okay, let me remove this edge and check here. We have face already. Yes. Okay, so this is empty. Let's try again, create the face. Probably it's another size. This is the one that I'm missing. I don't know what's the reason I cannot create a face here. So that's just a triangle. I don't know what the problem is. There's no bubbles, there's nothing. Well, it's fine. I was working all the week. I was working on this charge. I was doing creating not only exteriors but also the interiors. Even it's not finished, completely finished, but I have all the interior already. I'm still missing paintings and a few glasses here. This is also something temporary that I'm using. So I was just creating this one, and also I was creating the tower, but you can already walk there. So you can go there and just walking with this one, and you can go here to the bell. And also I was creating the bell with a blueprint. So this is just playing and then stopping and so on. And I was doing some blueprint this week about all of them. They are just coming here and going to the church and then sitting. Let me show you something here. So they will come at this point, also playing with linings inside. And then just coming there, I have like 3 places for each bench. So I have like 24 different places, and they are coming, they are assigned one random place to sit. So they are, every time they are sitting in different places for when they are coming to the church. So there's some kind of mechanic that should be. And let me change the time of the day to something like this, and you can see the lining here should be, yes, I see. I was using volumetric fog for them. That's the light for the line in the interior. But when you are living, I need to make a transition for different lining. So in that case, we're in there. Otherwise, it's just keeping. At the moment, the transition is not so good, so I need to work a bit on it. But yeah, this is something that you are managing two different lining for them, and yeah, I could even go to the chart and then go to the tower. Let me see, because sometimes really it's really slow. I don't know why it's going really slow when playing in the editor and at the same time when streaming, and sometimes it's going well. So there is no, I don't know what's the reason to be lagging a lot or not. It seems to be full screen. Okay, so you can go all the tower to the top and then arrive here. You have a small space here to see all the town, and you hear the bell. I was not playing this bell. So I was just working on it because I'm planning to do also some kind of fence all around, and then putting maybe some tombs there and vegetation, things like that. So this is what I was trying to do, is this small door, and adding here a door or something like that. And I was also working on flowers last week. Let me see where I have flowers. I have flowers here. I was working also a bit on the grass a bit better. So I was just creating a few different flowers. I did everything I did on streaming, so if you want to see something how I did, just check on YouTube all the videos that I have. And I was right there, so I was just adding a few random here and something around. Yeah, flowers all around, and also here. So I was also planning maybe probably work a bit on it, just completing a few more things to do. By the way, did you try the demo? I don't think so. I did last week also a demo that you can try without flowers and also without the chart, because it was before, and I have a few bugs there, but I didn't fix them. I didn't take the time to fix them. So what I'm trying to do is just make a face here for this triangle, but for some reason I cannot do that. So let me see what the problem is. Is this face giving me problems? Let's delete this face, and let's try to do a face here now, which is not possible at all for some reason. I really don't know what's the reason, but I cannot create a face here, and I cannot connect even two dots. If I'm just pressing F, nothing happens. So there's something strange here that I really don't know. I could just redo this small one, of course, but I think I don't want to do that. I just want to create a face, and that's all. And I don't know why it's not possible to create here a face. You have already all the interior, as you can see. This is the one that I have. So what is the reason not to have here one face? Nothing. It's the same for this one, of course. There's no faces here. It's not possible to make a face. I actually don't know. What if I'm just cutting down this? I will just try to connect all of them, if I can do that. Anyway, since that, if I take this and this one, could I create a face now? No. For some reason both of them are not possible to create a face, and they're just completely in front. This is just no reason for this one to create a face. It's just stupid, but I don't know what the problem is. But if I do that, for example, this one and then this one, you can create a face. If I take this one and this one, you can create a face, yes. But for this small triangle, it's not possible. So just something here with, I have no idea. So let's try to delete, for example, this edge, and then create now a new one, and then create here a face. Now it's fine. Okay, so let's delete this edge again, recreate this face, and now this face. Okay, finally, but for no reason. And this is a face, and then from outside I'll create a face again. Okay, no extra points, nothing, so it means that I should be able to do this first time, but this is not. Okay, now we need to, well, maybe remove doubles. There's nothing here. So yeah, I was removing a few edges that I need to have here as a seam. So this is the interior. That should be, that's really stupid also, because it needs to be the same size for both of them, but really is going quick, but for something so simple. So now for this one, it's really simple. I'm expecting to do that in a few seconds, and it's taking, I don't know, 20 minutes already. I really don't know how long is this one taking, really. So this is, as you can see also, there are here no connected dots for some reason, so probably it's about the island. This is one island. Yeah, so this is one, this is another one, which is not so bad, but need to be probably rotating both of them to be in the same direction that I have here. And now we will just sew everything and try to do again this unwrapping for all of things. Well, this is something really simple, and I don't think this is very nice, but for example here you can see that it's completely wrong this direction, so I need to be at least the same direction. There's something simple but takes really long for stupid things like that. What I need to do is just rotate everything that is not going on the direction of the texture. So that's what I was trying to do in a couple of minutes, and then it's take, I don't know, 20. Okay, and this is something simple, not planning to do really nice, like for example I was doing with the chart, but I'm planning to do nice, for example windows or interiors, fine, but in that case it's really not much, or should be not much. And export, but in that case we need to use the select objects. So let's try again finally. Okay, so this one needs to be 45 degrees, and also probably it's good to have the, oops, and all, yeah, I was just creating already this one, so I need to reassign them. Yeah, I will just I was reassigning, so I will select from material, select, I will do this unwrapping, rotate, and I will do also the unwrapping for material. So in that case is select, but I need to assign also, let me hide the things that we have already here. Then roof interior will be select, but I need to have also assigned in this new face that I was creating. So this one needs to be assigned. If I do that, it's like select, okay, undo this unwrapping, hide, and then select everything and unwrapping, and it will be the size of we say that we need to rotate 45 for this to be in the same direction more or less. I don't think so, yeah, because it has some direction here, so it will be not perfect at all as usual. So let's say export FBX. Okay. I try to do at least decent. Okay, this one need to be. This is fine. This one is fine, but not this. So we should cut down also there. And the good is fine, and being inside is also fine. So the only problem that we have right now is about the roof. That, as you can see, is something. We also need to use something smaller, which can do on the texture. In that case, it's too much. So I will do in Blender, just doing something smaller. So we have this, but we need to cut down also them not being together. So it needs to be something. This is one side, this is another side, and then so this is going this way. This is the only one that we need, I think. Unwrapping. Now we have the triangles being need to be rotating. Well, something like that to be no. Okay. It needs to be something like this, I think. And I will do also smaller scale, so the pattern is a bit smaller. Reload. Let's see. Well, the scale need to be 2 times bigger instead of this, but in that case we can already, as you can see here, there's one that is not going well. This is more or less fine, and this also with the right direction for both of them. We'll do here bigger, and then should be almost fine except this one. This one being counting on, we don't need which size is this. Well, the mission system is already working. I created one demo mission that is working well, so and you can complete all the mission. This has 3 small steps. Let me create for you an account if you want to try this. There is a demo that you can already download and try if you want. And you can see how it works. So tell me which username do you want to use, and I will create an account for you right now. This is the one that's having problems. Okay, so this is more or less what I was planning to do. This. Okay, I'm just creating right now. You are because in this demo that I did the last week, there is no chart at all. I didn't start this one, and there is also no flowers. Probably a few things that are, I don't know, something small that is not there. But the rest is fine. So this is the one that I'm using here. Okay, so this is your username, and try this URL that I'm writing here, and use empty password, and then it's asking to you to create a new password, and then you access to a page with kind of a small really basic intranet where you have one link to download the zip file, which is 300 megabytes, and that's the demo. And you have small demo mission to do, which is just well, nothing about the story. It's just I will remove later, but it's just small demo. You can try a few mechanics that I have in the game, not everything, but a few of them. About bugs, there is one when you are using the main menu, using escape for the main menu, that is just keeping the HUD is not working well. Just go to some door or any other place and you have again a new action. This is one of the things that I have fixed already, but it's not fixing the demo. And the other one is the jump, that you can jump, but I was just adding in case that someone is just blocking some place that jumping is helping, because jump, it will not be in the game. So if you are jumping over the roof or jumping over traders and things like that, think that the jump is not there in the future. Also keep clear that, you know, that is just a game being in a process and not finished at all, but keep this also in mind, that it's just for being careful for people that are just following the streaming, because it's a closed demo. It's just they can try what I did already, and it's not like using you for free tester, and you don't need to test this one, and I'm not planning to fix the bugs there because it's just work in progress, and I was working on it for 1 week already. So this is just nothing that is need to be finished or fixing the bugs. So just enjoy, walk around, check the things that you have seen on the streamings, and enjoy what I did so far, and that's all. You don't need to really try to break things, reporting bugs or anything. Any feedback is more than welcome, but things like this part is boring, this one is slow, or I don't like this one, or the user interface not clear, you don't know where to do things, or things like that. So something, how do you feel when you start kind of playing this game, which is not a game already, and you are not really playing, just a small demo testing the thing that they have, but more about the feelings that you have, things to improve, than being just you know, testing for bugs. This is just nightly build that I was doing, and well, of course I was spending a bit of time to be sure that there are not a lot of bugs, but there are a lot of things that are still missing, pending, and I didn't take care of them. Okay, so just enjoy, don't worry about bugs. Well, if you have bugs and it's really blocking you and you cannot even progress, just let me know. You know, I will just fix this one so you can move, but other things like that is really like misspelling some words, or the user interface something, but it's not really so don't worry about bugs or small things like that, because it's already probably something that I have fixed it. I have also a web page that is let me try to find this. I think yes, this is a web page that I was creating with it's a really long test and so boring, but I was creating with all the report that people was giving me feedback or a question and things like that, so you can check if others were just reporting, and for example, I don't know, like I don't know, the font is small or hard to read, I was already fixing, or for example, I don't know, some controls, things about the missings, I don't know, you have a lot of text there that you can read all the questions that people was just passing me for this week, and my answer about all of them, but it's just giving more information or being clear about a few things. So there's a lot of text. I'm not expecting probably to read everything, but just in case you are interested in some part, or just read the question, is something that is interesting for you, read the answer, otherwise it's just moving because it's really long. This page that I was giving you, the last one, it's just open page, it's not restricted and you need to be logging for that, it's just this page. And if you are reporting a few things, I will just of course add here so others can be reading about this also and know more about the future. Probably just this answering for things that of course I cannot answer for everything, and I need to add more information in my website, but for not being boring like writing a book. So most of the things are just commenting during the streaming, but not everyone's here all the time, or yeah, they forgot because it's not so important. But yeah, I hope to enjoy it. I don't know if you have a computer, good or bad, but mine is just a laptop and it's working well, more or less like 30-40 frames for me. People with 960 they are reporting like 100 frames, and 970 Nvidia they report like around 150 frames. So I don't think you will have any problem, and the game is not really using a lot of CPU. This is not being really intensive for that, so any CPU is working fine. Around RAM with all the texture is around 500 megabytes. So even having like old notebook could be enough for you to use this one. So because I was in some streaming for other people that say have a demo, I need some feedback, you want to try, but only you have a good computer because I didn't optimize yet or things like that. So I didn't try it really. But in that case you can try, and I'm pretty sure that it will be working well. You don't have any problem with this at the moment. So the next thing that I want to do is a door here. Let me check about the size because I'm not sure if this 1 meter that I was saying for the door is too small or not. Well, we are missing all the proxies of course, but about the doors, since we need to have 2 of them, so for this door okay, I think I will create the proxies, and this is gate original. To do that, probably just a cube for them, 2 cubes. Cube, this is UBX gate. Faces. Hey Devblog, how's it going? Continue working here. I leave for some time the chart. I mean, I have still a few things to fix there, but I was just resting a bit and trying to do something outside that I was wanted to do also, and the exterior, but it's not clear enough what I'm planning to do. So okay, at the moment I'm just doing this gate that I was doing here for the entrance of the church. I was creating yesterday, I think, yeah, yesterday I was doing the benches already here. I will probably change the wood because I don't like much since it's too old and should be not so old, but of course missing still the floor. When I'm doing that I will just change all those things, colors, things like that, when it's completely finished all together. I was adding also this one here to have some different color. This one I was just already finishing with some texture here for stone. Yeah, so this is more, I was just playing a bit with this. This is not finished on the color and things, but something like that. So I have already the texture. Well, I'm working every day, like I don't know, 2, 3, 4 hours, even more. I don't know. Or sometimes I do more. Yesterday I didn't do much, and also this morning I didn't have time to do anything. So this the same that you have seen yesterday probably is the same today. And I did this one now during the streaming, so there's not much. I was creating also here on the benches. There are already a few places, and I have 3 places to sit here. So this is like 3 of them. You can see 3 benches, so they have 3 spaces to be sitting down there. So I have like 24 places in the chat already. I'm not planning to do so many NPCs inside, so that's fine. You say wooden roof means also outside. This one, of course, inside is fine because it's just, of course, just a wooden roof. That's the only way to do. All those structures is fine, and also I have this one for kind of the interior, as you can see. But I was just trying this one outside. But if you say that could be wooden, I could change all this one for wooden also, and see how it's going. Is this going nice or not? Yeah, most of the thing is just only stone or yes sir. Yeah. I don't have blocked the links or anything, so it should be working. If it's not, I need to fix something. Let me just take this. I will show you now in the screen. I'm just opening this. Yeah, but this is from, I think, look at this. This is one of them. This is one of the ways that I was doing, like small squares, or not square. This one, for example, smaller squares. But for example, this one with this different one, I think this one is coming from Slavic countries, things like that. Because I was also checking. I don't know. There's nothing here. Well, Scandinavian. As you can see, this is something from the north of Europe. But I was just checking. And also this one, the round ones. So I think all of them are coming, yeah, Scandinavian. So this is one of the styles, and I think that for Europe, England, France was more like that, something square. I'm not an expert, of course, but I think that's something like that, this kind of things. And this one, for example, this one is Russian or things like that. I don't know, but this is of course not the style for Gothic at this time. So they were creating this one, as you can see, these kind of things. This pattern was for Russian, Scandinavian and things like that. This one, the another one being squares, probably is coming from Europe. So that was the thing that not this one, because definitely this is something from the north. I know I have seen many times because I was walking even there. I was living in Russia, going to the museum for ethnographic museums and things like that. You can see this pattern for all the roofs. So this is something that I have seen many times in such buildings. I see this thing. So it's Anglia. I was just trying to do all things like that, something nicer. So that's something. This is something different, but I'm not sure about this. I think was this one. I'm pretty sure it's just from well, can you see? This is Orthodox, and all of them is just from Russia and North Europe. This is one of them, the style. And in South, let's say England, France, Spain, things like that, were just Romanic or Gothic, if you are going a bit longer. And it was definitely not like that. So I think that this roof for wooden is good for snow. That's the main reason there was being doing like that. But I'm not sure that in Europe they are using this one. I have seen that they have a small square that they were using Did you see this? What's the name of this one? Get along, I think. Exactly. Did you see all the documentary from Get Along, or what I was doing? Is you check about, for example, the roof. They were doing this. They were just baking all of them, and they were using this one for the roof, which is not stone. I mean, they were doing this one with just mud that they were just baking on an oven, big oven, and they were using like that. And that's what they're using. Can you see? Smaller squares that they were using, and this is because they are really all doing all the research, and they were really doing that. So I believe them. I mean, it's not my idea. It's just I was just checking all of them, and you can see what are they doing with the roof, and they were also creating this roof, and then yeah, exactly. The ceramics just mud and something more, and then some oven, they do that. So yeah, that's where they have like red ones that they were doing exactly with this. So this is one of the idea. In that case, for example, I'm using this, which could be more or less the same, but this is not red. So I was thinking that probably maybe I just change the color for them and could be fine, but that's kind of thing. Of course, if we need to spend a few days or months to find which one, nobody will notice this one. It's not really like, what are they doing with this one? This is not the right time for this thing. So I see that they are using this kind of things for the roof, and maybe should be just red for that. That's exactly the thing. If you can check all of them, there are a lot of videos also on YouTube. This is Get Along, this is a place in France. Well, most of them are in French. I don't speak French, I didn't check them, I don't know. But there are a few of them from the BBC that have kind of documental, like 5 hours, things like that. And they were explaining everything about clothes, how are they cooking, building, what are they doing, for example this one about the roof, and many other things that are really interesting. So if you want to check this one, there are a lot of information. This is for 20th century in Europe. Let's say Europe at this time, Europe was kind of France, England, Spain, this kind of, but then Russia was, but not the same about, for example, the buildings, or not the same. So just checking about this 13th century in Europe, France, England, like that, is just those documentaries that are really interesting. I was checking a lot of information there. So yeah, the thing is maybe changing here the color to be the same one, this same one, but could be also black or almost black for them. If you are using different just mode or things, or you are taking longer, for example in the oven, which could be also black or almost black. So this is not something really bad, but of course not using, for example, this kind of stones on the roof, because it's not possible, no support this one. So that's why I was just trying like this. And for example here I have the same, some wood inside supporting this one, as we have seen in this picture that I was saying here in this small picture. So they have some kind of wooden support for all of them later. So that's what I'm doing, just choosing wooden inside kind of support for them. And also I was doing the same with the church. So here you can see you have also this wooden support, and after that it's supposed to be this kind of things, even if it's not red, should be. But yeah, this is the one that I was just finding, and the one that I'm trying to do, you know. Of course, anytime we can change, and then doing something completely different could be also fine. I have found, for example, a lot of things for Vikings, you know, which is the same time, but it's not Europe, not England, not France. So there is no, we can apply for the same things, like for example Vikings, but it's something from Scandinavia, and of course they were also alive on 13th century, but it's something different from the point of south of Europe, you know. So that's why I try to do something medieval but not Vikings, because we have most of the time, most of the game they say medieval, and they are merging completely from Vikings and then Celtic, and then merging from France, you know, which is the same time, but you cannot match all of them. Of course, in Africa you have also Muslims at this time. They have a lot of building architecture, and then you are not missing something from Arabic people, and then Vikings, and then Celtics, and then also in Europe Gothic. You know, you cannot put all together because they are not living all together, even at the same time, but they are not all together. So that's why I'm keeping something simple medieval era, but it's medieval England, France, and not Vikings or not even Arabic at the same time, you know. So that's why, for example, here you can see that the building are not having here this both horse heads that they are using on Vikings, because it's not the way, you know. Let me open this one also. Yeah, exactly. Things like that, you know. Yeah, they have how can I do bigger? They had such kind of building. Yeah, but I mean that I have seen many times, as I say, these people using Viking things, you know, that for something medieval, but this is not exactly the same thing. Here you can see, for example, this is already Gothic from this one, you know, not here. But because they have Romanic, and then after some time they move to Gothic, and they have sometimes they have both of them all together, and even like that, this is the 13th century when Gothic is coming to Europe or starting on Europe. So you could have your freedom enough to use or Romanic or Gothic at any time, because it could be in the place that you are that you're using one or another one. It's not a big problem. I was just using Gothic because it's a bit nicer, but could be also be Romanic, it's not a problem. So this is something could be in the middle, but it's more or less the same. So we could use this kind of thing. In that case, it's already black, but I mean about this because it's dirty, I think. So not about because they are doing something black. It's already dirty probably, but yeah, it's something like black. Or and for example, the wall is stone everything, but I have found many times that they have only front and back the stone, and something in the middle was already, you know, falling down, and you are not keeping this one, which could be probably something cheaper. And they have all the rules supporting both walls, so that's why they have stronger, thicker with the stones, and then this one is something smaller. So just keeping on drawings that I have found on internet, I see that they keep mostly both of them, but not the rest, which means they were doing with different faces, or I don't know, different material for this one, for the walls, comparing with front and back. So this is also something that I was trying to take here with this different material. So even this one should be also like stones, but should be something not so strong comparing with this one. So I'm trying to do something realistic. It takes a lot of time for research, more than just, you know, the time that you spend doing that. But even if something is wrong, that could be, we can change later without any problem, changing something in the future. Because I'm open to redo again if it's completely wrong, of course. Makes no sense. So this is another one. So that's the proxy for re-import. We have already collision. Yes, we have. Yeah, the thing is, I see many times people doing medieval, they are mixing everything all together, which is, well, it's something that I don't want to do. And this is working well about the proxy. This is working well. Yes. So the proxy as well. So here we are, more or less. Our door. Very honest, I don't like at all this small square here. This triangle, I don't like much. But I was just checking another pictures, and it seems to be more or less a typical one. I have pictures here. This is the one that I was trying to do today, but something more simple because it's so big and so thick that I'm not planning to do something so big, but probably something like that. And I have seen also this picture, which is completely different place. This from, I think it's from Romania. This one also is a real one from Romania. And you can see here how they are doing this small roof. They are using wood, in that case it's wooden, but I was just reusing the material here for performance, and also to be the same style between the roof of the church and this one. So if I'm planning to change this one to red, probably I will change also this one to red to use the same material, which is makes sense. At this time they have something, they reuse the material. So I have seen this one many times, but for example this one is without this, it's just small here, cutting down altogether, which is something that I think I will do, because I don't like this small thing here, which is really this one you mean, or which one? Or are you talking about this gate? You mean the church? Here in the church? This one? This one. You say this is not in the middle. It's just completely sure this is the middle because I was using mirror modifier on Blender, so it's just something that is completely in the middle, I'm sure. This one should be here. You mean something like that? So this peak should be here and going like this. Just checking about this. For example, you see that from this point you have still a bit more space. Just using any other reference, you know. So from this point you have a bit more space here. So this is something like that. And this one is aligned to this one, or should be aligned to this one. Let's hide this. As you can see, it is not aligned, but it's a bit like that. So we can move this one to the left to match this line with this pole. But what I think is I will delete this one. I really don't like this pic. It will be completely close here, and I will move this one a bit. What do you think? I really don't like this. It's just that I don't like it. So I want to dissolve this. Is it possible to dissolve this one? No. I was deleting everything. So let's delete them. Okay. And I think I will delete all of them. I really don't like. What we did is, I think I delete too much. Let me see. This is already the same problem. I have lost this face again for some reason. Unbelievable. Okay. So I will delete this. Dissolve like this. Okay, dissolve like this. So now it's more or less fine, except that I'm missing a few faces. So this one is something like that. What about this face? What is wrong here? Man, what's happening here? This is something that we are losing. Where is my inner face? Okay, how already everything like it was. Let's try to delete those vertices. So this one, this all, this vertex, and this all, this one. No, this is too much. But why I'm missing again this face inside? I don't know. It's just losing all the time this face inside. For some reason. I've been fed up about this, so I think that's the right time to delete this. Exactly, you're right. That's all. So, oops, not this one, this one. Okay, so we have this. If I'm just unwrapping, I have only this one, so it's just so easy to extrude. And I will go a bit down. And what we need now is this one should be covering record play. Check out this. What we need is this one needs to be, let me check about this. Just I will extrude just in case that we need to merge something. So in that case we need to remove this. What I want to have is just being here, something like that. And then all of them need to be, well, I could just dissolve those. No. What I want to do is just merging with this part here, and should be like that. So this was exactly the problem with them. So many problems with something so simple here, really, it's unbelievable. What's the problem is with those things? Okay, for that I will do, I see. You're right, we're doing something wrong again. So this is yes, faces. Okay, so this is one face, this one face. Just do that only. So checking about the picture, where I have my picture. Where do I have my picture? I have lost. Okay, so this is from this point. What we need to do is just here a face to close this one. So this is one face, and this one need to be something like that. And of course we need another face here. extrude. What is here? What is happening here with my faces? I did already. Yeah, but that's the idea. So this is one face. Really, it's being so complicated for just a triangle, you know. So extrude this one. We have already. What we need is this one being here. Triangle. This one is here. Okay. So we create here a face. Okay. Now what we need is from this one. I don't need this face. From this one, what we need to do is extending this one also. So it's just creating something like this. Remove. So we have here this face, and we reduce a bit on X, and we new doing here one face, and here also one face. That's the problem. What's happening with my face? Yeah, because we have this one need to be a bit to the top. So yes, this one, this and this one need to be a bit like that. We will align later, but there are a few things like that. For example, there are still pending a few strange things here, as you can see. So I think that you can see that is something like small face here for some reason, I don't know, skipping their faces or just edges. It's not edges, so no face, no edge. Finally, okay. Well, more or less that's the structure that we need to have. So what I will do is just again delete everything. Because I don't want this, and we have strings here. Okay, and I will also delete this and this and this. And this is a face, or what is this? We can create something clean, really. Faces, I think that is everything that we need. And I will just merge also the vertices here. Since they are duplicated. Perfect. Since there are a few faces duplicated, that's why it's having problem with all of those or things like that. Okay, and I see also still faces there. So let me see. Dots? No, nothing. Okay, so this is something that I think now is fine. Still a few vertices here. What I will do is just cut in the here. Okay. This is more or less. Okay. need to be aligned to 0. Okay, what we have now, this is something, this is properly aligned. Yes, it is. Okay, duplicate, no, select, and I will just create a new one. There's this one, this one. I will use mirror, so we don't need to worry about this. Okay, so this is the exterior. I think it's fine. There's nothing here broken. I will do what if we are doing extrude and then scale smaller, then moving down. We need to merge this one, but the thing is, recalculate. This is the one that we need to merge. So this is E. So it will be merging when we are just applying this one. And I think we can already apply this one, and then remove doubles, or try to dissolve this one. We cannot dissolve because probably we have this one in the middle. And now dissolving edges, now it's working fine. So we have this really nice roof finally that we are expecting to have. I will hide this, and in that case Alt H to show all of them, and we don't have this, so this is the one that we want to remove. I will select by a material, will be faster. Select, this is gate orange. This is not the one that I want. This is the one that I want. This. Okay. Where are my roof? There's no roof at all. I was deleting probably. Ah yeah, I was just moving to... Okay, so what we need to do is just merging with this one. That's fine, it's fine. Yeah, we just separate by selection, and I didn't duplicate because I don't really need this. So now we will try to adjust this one on his own, but this one and this one, then we'll change the size for this, trying to be more accurate to this. So I think more or less it is. What, still missing here, this one. This is the roof. Now we have another huge task, which is just unwrapping this one. Oops, it's 9, I need to leave. exactly. So I have 3 minutes. This is we need to divide this because this is 2 materials. So this is 1. We'll need also we need to cut also this one, but in that case we will have the same problem with the roof. This one is messing. Then we need to align the triangles, otherwise this is just being broken. So I was just planning to do how could I just manage this one if I'm just, for example, including this small one here. With this should be keeping the same orientation for them, but it's not. Okay, so this is one of them. Let's see the outer part. The only thing that we are missing is probably the same, so we need to cut all of them, otherwise the triangle are just not going well. So to be able to cut down, we need to create a lot of things like that. Mark seam and unwrapping, and for that I need to, this is fine, this is fine, this is something that we need to rotate probably. Sure, if you have a link or things like that, just do it. More information is always better, that's true. So I will assign this to a material. This is assigned to roof interior, Control E, assign to roof. Okay, I think that's final. So let's select all of them again and export here and re-import. Well, it's too width, probably this one need to be a bit closer, but at least we have something that is not awful. That's good. Also the direction is fine, and this was also fine. Okay, thank you for the slides here, but for this 54, so I will check out the camera. It will take really long. No. Okay, I need to do the doors, and also I need to probably close a bit this one because it's too big from this side, or maybe it's fine. Just leaving as it is. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's check again the picture. Where is my picture again? Here. So yeah, this is smaller, seems to be a bit smaller, I'm not sure, because it's not easy to see from this picture. I don't have more pictures to check out, or from the left side or front, so it's something like probably smaller. So this one need to be this face and this face, and then scale on E, something like that. Probably in that case we need to remove a few things, but let's create a group. Let's be tight about this. Group, export, or just gate. and this one is also going to gate, and also this is roof. This one and this one, and now groups. Okay. Here, no, so let's see. Okay, so this is smaller already here. Even we have this one we need to remove. Probably we'll remove also this stick here, which means too much. And you mean vertical here, or not so thick? You mean leaving this one here? Well, I need to move a bit, but yeah, need to be adjusted. This last one is the one that I was thinking that probably is too much, because having here also, but yeah, we will keep it. Just adjusting that's being done here. This is wrong. Just checking in the picture. Seems to me not so big. I mean, smaller from this side, comparing with this one. This one is too big, so I will try to do also something smaller from this point. So first let's do the roof. This one. Scale on zeta, something like that, being more according to the size of the door. And this one need to be adjusted. No, this one. Okay. Okay. And now this stick need to be moved to this one. I will just do like that probably to support this. And what more, we need to make this one smaller. So okay. This is the last one that we are missing. And then is the last thing. In fact, we don't need this one in the middle because it's just a box. So this edge, let's try to dissolve this vertex. Okay, and probably here also. Okay, and now we can do that. That's the one that I was planning to delete, this one. I don't think that we need this. So have already this one be here. But anyway, it's just taking 4 triangles. Okay, for that we need to unwrap again all of them. We have been changing a lot of size, and we need to take all of them that they are not being rotated. I have here a few of them that are being already not square, but okay, just in case I will need later to readjust this one. This is the option. It's unwrapping, and we need to do also the same with the triangle. So I'm not sure about this, if we need to rotate a lot or just until here. Okay, much smaller. And checking inside about the textures. Okay, here there are one of them that's not properly, and also those that's 3, and the rest is fine, and this triangle is fine. So there are only those three things here that need to be rotated, and this is here. So where I forgot about this and this. Okay, I got it. Seems too much. So what is this using for 10? It's already too much, yeah. Yeah, it happens. As you freeze something in the middle, 4 is too much. I could try 5. Find here. Okay, duplicate. Try something like 8. I'm just using shader width parameter for the same one, so I just can adjust different size for the same material, and it's just the same shader. So I have all of them like 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, 20. WS means world space, but world space can be used for the wood, otherwise it's just going strange. For example, with this one that are rotating, so that's why I use this one, and it seems to me too much. So we'll duplicate and create maybe 5. Okay, fine. Seems well. Oops, being so small, this one need to be also smaller. So the cross here need to be also smaller, and I think I will do everything smaller. This is my charge. Miss buildings charge. Okay. But still being bigger than, or no, it's just an effect because it's just smaller. I think it's already matching. So what we need now is a door here, but I don't have any idea about which door to use, being honest. We should find something. Wooden gate, but some idea. Nah. Medieval. Something so big, so I don't know, because I want to do something small, probably kind of this. I mean, like the doors are here with some reinforcement, something like that, but small, and should be probably something else. Or if I'm using this one, because it's already this texture with just a box and a few details could be enough, or should I create something nicer? With less than 0. Something small like that. But I would like to have like a wooden planks, but in that case I need to model one by one, as I did already with where do I have this? What is this? This one. I did here every single plank. I was just modeling, and I was planning to do the same here. So a few planks that are being connected with some reinforcement I have with the doors. So for that I need to create one by one. So let's say that this is one, kind of this. Probably want to have this one divide, so I can change later a few details like that, something like this. And here, for example, creating something like that, so not exactly the same. I will create, because I'm planning to duplicate this, so first thing that I'm doing is just creating the unwrap. Otherwise I need to recreate every single thing. Not this one, and this one. You see? Yes. Okay, so I don't need a roof. Because so creating kind of panel for them. So let's say duplicate and something like that. Create, for example, here. Did you try already the game? Is it fine? You can do a few things, not much, being honest. Of course, it's a bit boring at the moment because you don't have a lot of things to do there. But yeah, at least you can do something. So let's try something like that. What will I do this? Did you finish some of the small missions? Duplicate. I will keep this one easy to duplicate for exactly the same problem here. So which duplicate, and I will do something longer. Just to introduce somebody. Duplicate again. That's really cool. I did the same. I was thinking like I cannot find a game that I could play for this Overwatch or Minecraft, things like that. I say, well, I will do mine. You know, this is not possible to find something to do, but yeah, I was doing. Of course, it will be not possible to do everything that you want to do, but yeah, something like that you can enjoy. And of course, you have any idea or you want to, I don't know, see some mechanics being implemented, something like that, let me know, because any idea could be really good to have. I have still a lot of things in my head to do, but yeah, but any other thing that you see, it's cool. This small demo is really small. I did just running from point to point, you know. Yeah, the thing is you start and you need to kill everyone for no reason, no story, nothing, just pressing the button, killing, and then you are killing more, you are more, and this is fun. They say this is fun, so yeah. This short demo, I took 20 minutes to do all the steps, just from point to point, but I know what to do, so this is not something being fair for all this, but yeah, it takes only few time. As I say, maybe 20 minutes for me. Maybe you don't know exactly what to do and take a few time and you want to walk around, maybe you take it another 30 minutes. I don't think it takes more. And I say not much to do there, to be honest, at the moment. Oops. And still I did at least 3, I think. Exactly. I was just doing something tricky like this is stupid, you will take 10 times more, but you are just checking for people. You don't need to think about, well, this is not a good idea, maybe I will do on my own and go to the shops, and I don't really need to spend a lot of time with this one. And another one that is asking about, one is for stones, another one is for wood. It's exactly the same. They really don't worth it. It's better just take your time and do your plans. Really. Let's try another one. Oops, no. Yeah, I was just putting some number, and after that I was just changing, and I say okay, it's fine, it's just something wrong, but just for people they have any other option. Maybe in the future it will be much better, but right now it's just really wasting your time talking with them. But at least you have been far, because some people they didn't even try anything. They say where to buy this one, and that's all. They didn't even try or just checking any other places. This is not much to do. The map has maybe 200 meters, and if you think about that, most of the part are just forest, so you don't have really a lot of space to check if you want to check something. So it makes no sense just to stop it at any place. It is really not much. There are just few places to go. So this will need to be more than 0. Well, this one really not. Okay, and now we need one here for, so duplicate, and in that case I will just rotate x90. When they stop moving, it will start a conversational dialogue, or of course you are stopping them to walk with collision. In that case, you need to move far from them and they continue walking. There are some times that they are being blocked and completely stopped, but I have fixed this one already. It's not for the demo, but I have fixed this problem that sometimes they really stop completely and they are not continuing walking. It should be. Jesus. Probably only one, or do I need a couple of them? I'm not sure if I need a couple of them. Something like this. This one should be also smaller, like that. And I think I will move this. Hello, Honest Down Games. Thank you for the hosting. I hope that your viewers find this one interesting. This one. What is this? What is all those things? Icons? I never have seen this one. The color bone. I understand what you mean. Yeah, that was the problem that in the past they are stopping. They are completely stopping all the time, and they are not continuing. So I have fixed this one already. So it should be not happening again. That they are stopping and then being blocked completely. You know. I don't know what are you doing really. I see a few icons. And then it's just different color, hard to read. I don't know what is this like. I don't know what are you doing there. Just having fun. Okay, so I will recalculate this. Seems that we have already one of them. I will delete this. Oops. Unwrapping all of them. Yes, sure. Thank you. Go to sleep. See you next time. And honestly, I was working right now on this small gate for the church. So I was working on the church and I was finishing this week. I have all the videos on YouTube if you want to check all the streaming. So I was just working on the church, working also in the interior of the church, and I was doing a few things, and now I'm starting working on the. I want to put some area closer here around the church, so this is the first step that I was doing, is just doing a small door here, some gate, and then creating here, you know, maybe some vegetation, trees, and also a wooden something here to close this one, maybe stones. I'm not sure about this. I was also creating a few gameplay for the church, but they are going inside and sitting all the NPCs. So because I'm planning to have kind of a mechanic, this is something for the gameplay that need to be at least one time a day. You need to go to the church, and then all the NPCs are also going there. So you can see, for example, right now they are going to the what is this? Oh, thank you for the follow. I see that this zombie running. So I can play right now, and you can see that they are going to the church and then just taking some random seat to be there. So right now all of them are going, but I have plans for the NPCs during the day. So they have, for example, I don't know, sleeping until 8 in the morning and then working until 10, and then at some time they came to the church and they take some random places. So they stay here for the mess. Then the players should be also join, you know, the places here, and that is one of the things. After that, all of them are just living again and just continue working on farms and things like that. You didn't see this game before. What I'm doing, you have here all the farms to have more NPCs that's working, and you have a small other area here with a few more things, houses and things like that. Well, I did, but I did using fuse. I mean, I was not modeling one by one, but I'm using fuse to do them, and animating with Mixamo because it's the same skeleton, and I was creating this those animations all together, and then blueprints, for example, for sitting down, so connecting between the animations between them, And the same animation, the same skeleton that the player is using. So one of the ideas for the future is that the user can choose which mess, in that case is which character you want to play, and then you choose some of them, there is not being NPC like you, because in the future every NPC is different, of course, but at the moment I didn't have time, so I have a few of them repeat. But that's the idea, that every single NPC that is having all of them the same animation, so you can choose which one as a player and just replace this by NPC, and that's all. So all of them are working the same, but so you can just replay all of them. They don't have the same size, so I was using retargeting for them, but they have all the same animation, all the same blueprint animation, things like that. And there are a few things like, for example, building, crafting, buying, selling. Here the shops. I have watermill here, bake house there. In the houses you can sleep, you can work in farm, planting seeds, farming, harvesting, and I don't know which more mechanics do I have. Sleeping, sitting and resting, and you can collect water here from the well. Also a few things like that. So the plan is, during the day you need to do a few things, like for example working in farms, and you need to also sleep and eat and drink, but this is something that probably I will not do, or something really easy, so you are not spending your whole day just walking from here to there to find food, things like this. For example, the water, you need water for crafting, but water is just in the world, so this is something like it takes time, but it's just come to the world and take water, so it's not like something hard to do, you know. Okay, thank you for the follow. So next time you can come here, check any videos, the website or everything, and you can take more information. You have a lot of pictures on Twitter if you want to check this one. Anyway, thank you for coming. See you next time. I will just finish this this one that I was just trying to finish. Need to reorder this, and the door needs to be FBX long, because it need to be also being aligned to this axis. If I want to have this one as an object that can be rotated, it need to be aligned here, my pivot point. So this is my door. Add to group, gate also, and the material here I will use wood here, and I will export this one. This is the door. Oops. Export. Only this one selected, yes. So in that case it need to be charge gate door, because if I put all together I cannot animate later. I will be animating everything. So, and I should have here charge gate door. Okay, just assign some material. Okay. More or less and fine. What I'm doing is just adding here a new interactive door, and I will just assign this mess for the door, and then that's working. So I put just door base. And from door base, what I'm doing is just checking this one, so charge gate door. I think that's wrong. I need to be the other opposite way. So let me check this one. Rotate, set them 90, and then needs to be here. And from this point, I think this way. Just to have the same orientation, so I can reuse this code. Otherwise, I need to change this value. Saving. Hello, Sky.monster. Welcome. Re-import this. Okay, so that's the door, and this is 90. Okay, if we try to play now, it should be just being function of the door. So, oh yeah, the thing is I'm missing proxy. So without a proxy, I cannot do any try cast. So it's just probably here. Let's add small one. Scale. I think I can use faces. Okay, that's our proxy, and the name for this one will be okay, and this is UBX door, and I will export both of them. Just click door. Let's try again. Let me see now if we have already. Okay, so we have this one that can be that's working. Yeah, this guy is here. Okay, this door is working. What I'm doing now is moving this one to this part, and I will add a new one which is just being completely functional, but Control W, and in that case it's here. But what I need to do is just modify the blueprint, so it is going to the invert here. If we try, should be door. I mean the doors are automatic for exactly for the NPCs. As you can see, they can open and close doors, so that's why I'm trying to put something that is already done and it's working. So that's the door that we have. This is just blocking. Thank you. It's just something simple. As you can see, well, the blueprint that I was just working have a lot of options because it's the base for all the doors in my game. So you can put, for example, sound. You can bin some functions like on open or on close. And they can control also the NPCs and blocking NPCs or not. You can block the door, being open or not. Well, a few options for that, but just using some model, and then you can just reuse this one. So it's just even the same door is duplicated here, but since not duplicated. Okay. One, saying only big one, you mean? Or what you mean? I can create also the door could be open both ways. If I just configure this one, I mean I can't do this one and also this one. It's just an option for the blueprint, so the doors are opening only on the direction of the player. So you can see here, but you open this one, I mean this. If I go here, this is opening on the other one, on the other side. Well, the only one is maybe too big because it's 1.5 meters. It's just really big. So that's why I was thinking that creating two of them small ones instead of one really big. And that's the thing, that probably one is too big, and for that reason I need here also 1.5 meter large to be opening. This is not a big problem, I have space, but that's why I was thinking to use just something smaller. Even I have seen some of them. Well, I could configure also opening both of them at the same time, but this is not realistic. I mean, if you have two doors, you need to open two doors. It's the same, for example, with the charts. You have two doors. You can open both of them or keep one of them closed. So, yeah. Seems like Far West instead of medieval. But yeah, I don't know. Just taking one bigger or just two small ones. I don't know. Well, more or less. What more are we missing? We are missing, of course, this defense with some roof that we were just planning to do. But yeah, from the gate, I think that we are not missing more things. Even this one is probably small, need to be a bit longer. That's the one that I was planning. Here, I was just having this one here, but it's not matching. Oh well, this is just stupid. That's matching here, and matching here. Oops. Yeah, of course, that's definitely I need to put. I was thinking some grapes here in this part. A few of them here, and probably a couple of them, something like this. And some trees, some tree here, probably, or just in front, something like that. Not sure if I will extend this one, having more. A couple of them could be enough, just something like that. Or I can do even some steps here about wooden, a few steps here for wooden, having something like that. And the rest is just creating something to close this area and nothing more really. Just being outside, some vegetation, some flowers, things like that. And that's all. That's space that is not being used for anything. I mean, just having some space, and yeah. So there's not. There's nothing to do there. I mean, not only about the game, but at this time the people is not doing anything there in this area, which is just coming and living, you know. And that's all. Just painting here, probably. We can paint. Which is this save also here? Because I have a lot of things open and my RAM is going not very well here. So we're just planning to exactly. It's that's why I was trying, you know. Some paintings I didn't finish, but I mean I have already the texture there, and also I was just creating different UV maps for duplicating this one, because all of them have the same one. So I was just trying to do something, but I didn't have time to do all of them. I have already some pictures that I was just checking for some charts. I will show you. So here are some of them, old ones that I was just checking as an idea. This is the bench that I was just trying to do yesterday. Some ideas here just have. This is the bench here. This one, I like this idea, so I probably will just try to do something like that. I'm painting also around the windows like that. This is something old, could be good as reference. And this is the door that I'm trying. Some details I found. This one is also nice, having some kind of things. can see here for example. So that's why I was trying to do something red like this, to have them the same, because all the pictures that I have found they were painting on red. So yeah, things like that need to do painting red all around these windows and some details. And for example, they were painting like a stone here, which is just painting like stone, a small square here like blocks. I have found a few times also this one. Well, I didn't think to make too much things here. Maybe a small cross here also. This one I need to paint, of course. And just painting here. I did for example this small thing that I was planning to do. Small details here, the same, and even reusing the same texture as I have on the floor. So something here, of course the floor, but still is nothing, need to work on it. Here there's another floor, and that's all, because I'm not planning to put here even for example lights or things like that. Also about performance, because inside of the chart I have this volumetric fog, which is really very expensive for performance. For me it's like, I don't know, 20 or 30% of the frames. So I'm not planning to put more dynamic lights inside at the moment. So yeah, it will be as it is. I'm not planning to put more things. This is too expensive. But yeah, painting is fine. It's just a texture or even decals or things like that. That's fine. But no more things, no more details. Also modeling all those small things that could be. It will take maybe too much time for something that is not really needed. I mean, there's no any gameplay with small things like that. So at the moment, just trying to cut down everything. I will remove all of them. For example, all the houses I'm missing, because they don't have much furniture, but I'm missing all the things like plate, dishes, and things like that. You know, a lot of things that could be there that I don't have, that I need to model. And for example, all the market is completely empty. I need to model all food and things like that. So I need to also work a lot and a lot of small props details that, yeah, there are 100,000 things to do. So that's why, yeah. This is what this is. I'm thinking I will leave now because I have been streaming for more than 3 hours again. And this is more or less done. Even if we plan to change later to only one, we need to make also those frames. So I will come tomorrow again to continue with this one, because it's too late already. I'm not planning to do anything tonight. The rest of it, and I will come tomorrow as usual. This is 11 AM in the morning for Central Time in Europe, and if you is just coming from any other time. So I'm streaming from 11 to 1 every single day. Yeah, I will leave here unless we have something we can improve next time. I will continue with this one with the fence. I will try to find some reference or something nice that could be have the one, for example, with this small roof. I don't know where I have the pictures ready. Not this one. Pictures here, this one. Small fence with small roof here, really simple. Something, this one is too big, but something simple that could be creating something nicer, could be good. So I will try to find a more reference like that, and I will try to do this. No, I'm not going fast because I have been for a year already and I have only half of the first town. So yeah, even doing like that, I need at least another year, another 2 years to finish this one, which is really small, slow. But yeah, I don't want to be, you know, under depression or something like that, because I'm not going fast enough. But at least enjoy what I'm doing, and yeah, and bit is going better and having at least a few things to do, because I have like 2 months ago I don't have any mechanics, so there's nothing to do there, only models, and at least now there are some things to do there. So yeah, I'm happy about this. So thank you everyone for coming, Eldergrom, Calipo, new people like Sky.Monster already left, and everyone that was coming, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed, and see you the next time. Good night, morning, evening, everyone that you have a nice time. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you, bye bye.